Hey y'all, so I'm actually going to be going to Trader Joe's today, but I wanted to talk about a scripture that I just kind of picked up on. Let me show it to y'all, hold on. So one thing that I like to do in my Bible study is look at the ESV study Bible. So this is my study Bible, right? This is my day-to-day Bible. I listen to the Bible app on my phone. And sorry if you can hear my washing machine, it actually sounds terrible. Hold on. I'm actually going to record. I'm going to record with my microphone. But I did want to talk to you guys about my Bible study this morning. It was interesting. So if you're a believer, stick around. If you're not, just stick around to learn a little bit. I mean, it doesn't hurt, right? So if you're unfamiliar with the Bible, I guess the way to approach the Bible, I can kind of talk to you about my experience. Okay, so if you're not familiar with the Bible, I have my own New King James Version Bible. Shout out to Joshua. He gave me this when I first became a believer, so shout out to him. I also use the Bible app on my phone. Bible app is good. And then I also use the ESV Study Bible. Now, I'll tell you the reason for all of them later if you want to know, but you don't really need all of this. You could just, if you got Google and you got your own Bible, you're fine. But I was reading 2 Corinthians 14 and 15, and it says, "Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, for what partnership has righteousness with lawlessness? Or what fellowship has light with darkness? What accord has Christ? What accord has Christ with Belial? What portion has a believer?" I can't read today, obviously. "Or what portion does a believer share with an unbeliever?" Okay, so I was listening to that on my phone. And I was like, why wouldn't I fellowship with somebody who's a human being? God, that don't make sense. Because if I'm around people who are like me, we just going to be like each other. What about the people that, might learn something from my walk? Does that mean I shouldn't commune with them? And so then, this is why I get the ESV version. So then in my study Bible, it says, this command, which is Paul's main point, will be stated in different words at the end of the section. To be unequally yoked is to be hitched up or even crossbred with another animal who is not the same. The related adjective is found in Leviticus 19:19 and gives all the different references where you might see unequally yoked. And then it goes down to this. It says, "And it is thus an image for being allied or identified wrongly with unbelievers." In context, within this Bible, like when Paul was talking to the Corinthians in Corinth, it says it refers specifically to those who are still rebelling against Paul within the church. Paul, whom now shockingly labels as unbelievers, he clearly thinks it's possible that some are, though he hopes not. And then it says one person's conduct and direction of life strongly influence or controls the others. So when you think about an unbeliever, my light can only shine so bright if somebody is not receptive of it. So if I dim my light that I've gained through Jesus because I want to commune with somebody who's operating in darkness, I think that's a little telling, like who are you prioritizing, God or your relationship with somebody who doesn't believe in who you believe in? And so I think that's really what it is. It doesn't mean that you stop shining your light. It just means when that light is being hindered and that light is being dimmed, that's the expense of you spending time with this person. That's when you have to set a boundary. And I think God has been speaking to me a lot about boundaries. And even with the people in my life that are believers, like you still have to set boundaries so that you are not idolizing those relationships. And so that's what I got from this. That's what I love about the Bible. Like God gives you what you need when you ask him for it. I asked God, I say, I need you to reveal to me today. I just want you to speak to me. I want to be with you. The only way I can be with him is through the word. I think God speaks to me in many other ways, like dreams, but I think I always go back to verifying if it was from him through the word. And so, yeah, comment below if that's happened to you, because I can't be the only one.